Hi, my name is Claire, and this is Charter Oak Fiberworks. It is a podcast about knitting and spinning and crocheting and kind of all things fiber and textile related that I make and do. I am an American who lives in Denmark with my family, and you can find me on Instagram as Clarissa Jo Knits, and also on Ravelry and TikTok as just Clarissa Jo. And let's jump in. So the first thing is my finished object is I finished my Haunted Mansion cowl. I was right about that. Like, I don't think the green actually looks too bad against my skin, but that purple does look much better next to my skin. So I'm going to pull it off so I can show you. This is the Haunted Mansion cowl by Tanis Gray. It is knit on US size 4 or 3.5 millimeter needles. The yarn is UFO by Hedgehog Merinos, that's bright green, and the dark purple is a Madeline Tosh Ultramarine Violet. And it's a DK weight pattern. And it just has these wonderful, like the Haunted Mansion and bats and fence. These are the like singing busts from the ride and the movie. This is the crystal ball that has Madame Leota, I think. It says Foolish Mortals, which is what the narrator says, and then kind of a headstone and a headstone motif there. So I think it turned out so nice. I think the colors just pop so well on it, and I am very, very happy with it. The only thing that I have changed in the pattern is that it has I'm pretty sure it has a garter ridge cuff on it. Brim. I don't know what's called on a cowl. But I did a 1x1 ribbing twisted, so it's through the back loop on my knits, and have just given this nice, I think it looks nice and cleaned up, which is kind of my preferred cuff, brim, 1x1 through the back loop. So I'll just do one more scroll through so you can see all the different things. So I think it turned out just absolutely stunning. So I'm very, very happy with this, and it'll get lots of wear. It is already rainy and overcast, and we have moved solidly into winter or fall. It'll be this way probably for the rest of the year until spring kind of comes back. So these sort of things get lots and lots of wear as I'm kind of out and about my day. Okay, next finished object is just a pair of vanilla socks. It is a Felici fingering is what I used from here from Knit Picks. It is the color Drama Club, and it's just a nice soft pinks and grays, and I did a black heel toe cuff, and it's just black for my stash, so I don't even know what it is. I don't have any idea what it is. It just is. Okay, sorry, I had to open the door for my son. He didn't take his key with him to go do his paper route, so I had to go let him in. Okay, like I was saying, I have two socks. I've done something a little bit different with this pair than I normally do. Like I said, I really like that 1x1 twisted rib, and that's usually what I do on the cuffs of my sock. But this time I decided to do a folded over cuff, and so I just took a size 0 needle and I knit my cuff, and then I folded it over and picked up all the stitches and knit them together down here. So I have my cuff as a rolled cuff, folded over cuff. I don't know what you want to call it. And I actually really like how they fit. They feel really good on my leg. They like fit nicely. Like they feel like they're going to stay up well. And so they didn't like irritate me at all. They feel really smooth, a really nice smooth transition into the sock. And I think I'm going to really enjoy them. Now, it felt like it took me forever to make the cuff, and maybe I was just really impatient to get to the stripes on here. Normally I think I'd make a little bit of a bigger cuff on my socks, but like I said, I think mentally too, is that I'm used to just doing that once and then being done. And so when I got to kind of that height, I was like, I'm done. I'm just done with my cuff. And so I made myself do a little bit more, and then I was just like, no, really, I'm done, and folded it over and have these. But I think they're a cuff that I'll use in the future. And yeah, I like how they look. I feel like they look clean. Heel flap and gusset on my heels, and then a Kitchener closed toe shape like this. I don't remember what that's called. Anyway, yeah, it's just a toe and then Kitchener across. So super simple vanilla socks. I think I will make a video of how I make my socks on TikTok, actually. I've really enjoyed making TikToks. So I think I'll be doing more stuff over there. I like the fast format. Not that I don't like getting on and talking forever, but I do really kind of like that quick work on the project, flip through certain steps of it and get like a whole thing. Then yeah, so I think I'll do that with a project that I'm going to be working on in a minute. Those are my 2 finished objects. That's all I've gotten done these last 2 weeks. All is that makes it sound bad, like I haven't done a lot. And granted, they're both kind of small projects, but I've got to show you what I've been working on that's taken up all of my time, because I'll let you know right now that my Effie mitts, nothing. I don't think I've even touched them since the last time I was on here. So see, they're still at the same spot, just split for the thumb. Haven't done anything with them. Not that they're not lovely, they're super lovely. My priorities have laid with something else. And then the other thing that I've been working on this week, it's not my big one, I'll save that till the end because I have to flip some stuff around. But I cast on for the Tin Can Knits Lazy Sunday knit along for their new group of patterns that they've come out with, a collection of patterns. And they're lovely. They're all shot in black and white, and they're all cabling, so you're not distracted by the colors. I love the colors. I love colors of patterns, and I can see past that, but I have helped other people learn how to knit who can't see past the color of the yarn that it was originally made in. But having it shot in black and white and in these beautiful locations, and the definition of the cabling in the black and white is just gorgeous. So I decided to join their knit along. I have that in my pretty cheap project bag. It has these cute screen printed mustard birds on there. I love mustard. I don't wear it normally. I do wear it sometimes, but I don't think I look great in it. So it's mostly just in my house all over the place. Let's see if I have a picture of it. I don't normally print the picture part of it, just the pattern. So I've lost a little ball band that I just had. My daughter grabbed from me and it's gone. Oh well. I wrote down what it is, so it's fine. Okay, back to this. I have cast on the snow globe hat, and it's a kind of wavy bubble cables hat where they don't cross, they just kind of come and meet and then go back out and meet, and it is very, very sweet. And I've decided to make it on some Arwetta. I'll do what I've got so far. On some Arwetta sock yarn. Oh, there's my thing I was looking for. And I can't tell you what color it is exactly, or it's 100% superwash wool. It might have some nylon on it, in it. I don't remember. But it's Arwetta, which is a pretty common yarn here. I used it, this is left over from a sweater that I made, and I'm holding it double to get a worsted weight for the hat. And it's just a basic gray wool, superwash wool. But to make it a little bit extra, I got this glitter metallic yarn from Carnot Design, which is a yarn store, which is kind of a local yarn store in my area. This is called Stardust Metallic Yarn. And I saw it and I thought that would be such a cute add-in to this hat to give it a little something extra in it. Gotten everything all tangled up now. That's what I get for playing with things. There we go. All right. So here I just have the brim done and the increase row to start the pattern. So that's all I've done so far. And I think it looks nice. I don't know if you can catch the sparkle in there or not. It's very subtle, just a little bit of pink kind of glitter in there. And oh, I pulled a stitch off, hold on. Okay. So that's as far as I am. I have 3 weeks to get it done. I don't think that'll be a problem unless I get distracted by these other upcoming projects that I've got going on. Let me put everything back in my bag so I don't lose things. All right, this is what has distracted me. And if you would like to go back, I actually did a whole video about going to find my yarn for this project. This is the What the Fade shawl by Andrea Mowry. So this is the front side, and this is the back. And I think it's coming together so well. So it's a fade, and I will talk about my yarns first. Like, where do I start with this? I was walking through our local grocery store and I saw this basket thing, and I had just cast on the What the Fade, and I thought this would be perfect to hold all. I don't have a big nice bag or basket or things like that for my big projects. I end up putting them in a more of like a tote that I have from some knitting stuff. But let's go over yarn. So I'm going to pull out my pattern because I had to write what yarns I was using down on it so that I can keep them all straight as I pull them out. And like I said, here, I'll put a photo here. Yeah, my photo that shows all of the fade direction that it's going, because I don't think I can hold all 6 balls of yarn up at the same time. I'll try my best maybe. All right, my first one that I have is, this is my yarn A. It's La Bien Amie, and it is called Fiori is the color. Then I follow that up with a Bayagan and I don't have a color on these, so it's just a pink. Then next is a Malabrigo Arco Iris, which I just saw someone else made a hat out of this. Oh, so gorgeous. So 1, 2, 3. Can I fit another one in my hand here? No. It's 1, 2, 3. Fourth is this Kremka Soul, and this is the first time I've ever bought this yarn, so I don't know anything about it. Kremka Soul Wool, and it's called Lazy Lion is the color, I think. It just looks so nice with that one. All right, I gotta put these back in because they're in a certain order in my basket so that I don't mix them up. Okay, next one is Ritual Yarns, their Aquarius colorway. And this was an impulse buy at Vogue Knitting Live a couple of years ago. And I'm an Aquarius, and they had their Aquarius colorway there, so it was fate, and it had to come home with me. And now it's being knit into this shawl. And then my last one is another one by Baegan, and it doesn't have a colorway. It's just kind of a minty with yellows and browns, kind of gold speckles in there. So that's my last. Those are my 6 yarns. And it's a brioche shawl. And then, so it's a brioche tab cast on, and then it knits up, just so that you know, if you ever want to make it, and because I didn't quite know how the colors worked with each other in the fade. So color A is here, and color D is the other side. Then color B and color E and color C and color F is how they do the brioche section. And I assume we end on color F, and I am kind of assuming we go backwards through them in the garter section. I have never done a flat brioche before. I've never increased in brioche. I've never faded in brioche or any of those things. And it was harder than I thought when I first started. I got through the first, I had to do the first 10 rows, maybe 3 times. I had to recast on because they kept screwing up. But once I figured everything out, then it wasn't a problem, and I've just been like smooth sailing after that. It's actually been incredibly easy. So don't let the brioche scare you from doing this project, because it was actually, once I got going, once I figured out what I was looking for in brioche, and there are tons of tutorials out there and tons of things that will explain brioche to you. But once I got going, I was totally fine, except for, and I'll talk about my mistake here. Right, can you see right here? So I missed this. So when I was coming back along here after I'd done an increase, I was working my way back across, I was watching Netflix. I was watching Netflix, and I just wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and I pulled and I dropped one of my stitches. And so I was able to pick up the stitch that I had dropped really quickly, but I picked it up the wrong direction. I think it looks a little bit, nope, still looks bad on that side. I was able to pick up the stitch, but I think I put it on the wrong side, so then it broke my stuff here. And then I just picked up, because it's a yarn over in the brioche, and so then I just picked up a yarn, and I must have picked up the wrong color in there. As I was trying to figure things out, I knit across, and then I came back and realized that some stuff was kind of wonky in there still, so then I like added a stitch in there to make it all work out, and there we go. But I was back on track. I have the right number of stitches. It's only that one little, I think in the whole thing, you can't tell. I mean, you can if you're looking for it and know where I just pointed it out. But I think it's fine. I can live with it. I can live with it. It's going to be bunched up around my neck. I can live with that. It's fine. Also, I didn't want to like tink back all that way in brioche. Like I said, I don't know brioche well enough to tink backwards. I don't know it well enough to rip things out and try again. So I just left it. But anyway, I love that it has like a side A and a side B, and that they are so different and that you can tell what they are. I have all my ends over here hanging off the edge, ready to be sewn in as soon as I'm ready. And I'm very happy with it. So this knit along with the fade cowl 2022 knit along is going until the end of the year. I think I'll be done way before that, unless something grabs my attention that is going to derail this. This is my preferred knitting project right now. It sits next to my chair. My kids jokingly call this my office. I don't know if I should, maybe in a vlog, I'll show the setup that I have over here, but I've turned my chairs opposite of my living room to face a window. And I sit here when I need like quiet time, when I'm knitting, when I'm hanging out, when I start my day. I just come and hang out here in the sunshine and just kind of load up on some vitamin D before I get too far into my day so that I can use it to keep going and re-energize myself. All right, with the fade cowl, Andrea Mowry is the designer, and it is squishy and lovely, and I'm so happy to be knitting on it. All right, last thing is just what I have added to my stash in the last couple of weeks. The yarns, like I said, you can go watch my last video and see all the yarn shopping that I did to get those, but I was just anxious to get it on my needles, so just started. And then I was in a rush to finish my socks because I knew this was coming in the mail. So this is Molly from A Homespun House. It is the Ghost Stories, is this color. It's the Ghost Stories sock set. And then this is called Butternut and Matcha. Oh, I think this is butternut and this is matcha are the colors. And I'm so excited to cast them on. During October, we watch a Halloween movie every night. All 31 days we watch a Halloween movie or a TV show, some sort of horror, supernatural, anything like that. That's where we're. So I need just a pair of socks that I can cast on and just knit away while we're watching our movies. So that's what this will be. I think I'm going to do Hermione's everyday sock just to give it a little texture and a little something interesting, since I just finished a very vanilla sock. But should I pop it out of here? Again, I have a whole unboxing on TikTok of this one, actually, or on Instagram. You can go see in my stories. Okay. And these two for heels, toes, and cuffs. Okay. Anyway, that's what I've been knitting lately. That's what I've been up to. I've been pretty singularly focused on the What the Fade, but happy to get some of my other stuff done. And I will see you again in 2 weeks to tell you what I've accomplished and what I've started new. Thank you for joining me. Bye.